Does anyone else think that this girl looks like Finn Wolfhard? Hello, today I will be doing a video on The Empty Man. A man investigates the disappearance of a local teen girl and her friends, and a legend involving the Empty Man. I didn't know too much about the plot and assumed it would be a generic horror movie like The Bye Bye Man or Slender Man or Ouija. I ended up respecting the fact that it tried to do its own thing. From the beginning, talking about the legend of the Empty Man and having to blow into the bottle in order to see him, this could have easily been a subpar teen horror movie like Truth or Dare, where one by one they get killed off by some evil entity. Instead, it tries its best to do its own thing, and for the most part, you can't tell what's going to happen next. I liked that the story wasn't so by the numbers that you could guess what would happen next. It follows a similar route like the 2002 movie The Ring, although it's nowhere near as good as that. The opening of the movie is okay. We follow a group of hikers, and I gradually started to get into it, but when the death scenes actually start happening, it looks weird. It's hard to explain, but the scene could have been a lot better, but ended up looking like a rehearsal sequence rather than the final cut. Just something about it was really off and looked very fake, but the build-up was very creepy. After the opening titles, we're introduced to the main character who is looking for a missing girl and her friends, and the girl is related to a woman he is close with. The first half of this was good and thrilling. It had a lot of good mystery surrounding it. You can tell by the way the movie was shot that the people involved actually cared about making a good story and making you feel on edge. I actually think the movie would have been even more suspenseful if it took out the opening scene with the hikers, because it really would have made you start thinking what the heck could possibly be going on here and would have made for a better build-up. I think the movie wanted to cater to two different audiences, ones that like seeing young people die off one by one, and others like me who would rather see a good investigation with mature adults. The film had strong moments, but it also had things that didn't work for me. When they would do something good, they would put another element that was corny. Like anytime something happened, it would show the Empty Man made me do it. They could have came up with a better logo than that, because again, I thought it was kind of corny and generic. Also, the skeleton in the trailer barely shows up in the movie. It was like they only had it there to be an eerie image. They could have done more with it. Overall, I appreciate when movies do try something different. I'm not really sure what rating I would give this, maybe a 5 out of 10, but I do recommend it.